Hello and welcome to the Gags Tandon show. How you doing, Jack?
Not too bad, bud. We're going to win the league. That's the most important thing. And I know you thoroughly enjoyed it, bud. And yeah, great result, Reds. Happy days. So you can ask for 3 points. All good.
It was a brilliant result in the end. I think it was a good performance as well. I know it's frustrating for a lot of fans watching and stuff, but bloody hell, we had so many chances. I think we should go through the numbers, shouldn't we, really, before we kick off and just show how dominating this match was.
Yeah. You getting them up, mate, or do you want me to get them
up? I can try. 1 minute. Let me
Yeah, it's all Reds whilst Gags gets that up anyway. Like Liverpool, 28 shots this afternoon. Yeah, so 28 shots for Liverpool. If you need me to bring that up, bud, I can do.
No, I'm there now. Let me just
Yeah, so 28 for Liverpool, so Leicester's 5. And as always, Liverpool like to control the ball with it. But it's all red, which is all good.
Yeah. Okay, let me just present this.
But, yeah, it's one of them days where, of course, you'll be a bit frustrated, maybe, in certain quarters. But the statistics speak for themselves, of course. 10 shots on target as well. Big performance, almost.
Yeah, 9 chances. I think how many of them came in the goal? Like, I think we hit the bar, like, I think 2 or 3 times just as scored. So, like, a few of those big chances are probably at the same time as the goal. But still, they all count. Look at the shots.
Absolutely peppered them, mate.
Yeah,
Only 4 of them.
Look
4 of them outside the penalty box, but yeah.
Look at this. This is insane. And I'm surprised it's only 2.62, to be honest, because it depends. I guess some of these were like headers and stuff, but
yeah,
that's a lot of shots in the area. First half 0.81, second half 1.80, much better. You know, I mean, Trent's goal was what, only 0.01, nothing, is it? It's a
yeah,
you know,
it's,
yeah,
not too bad. Could you caveat though, mate, is that in certain quarters, a lot of Liverpool fans, and I haven't dwelled much, obviously, just in the watch along, but I think from the sense of people in the chat on the watch along, mate, don't know how you feel, and anyone in the comments tonight, there was a bit of frustration, of course, when you're creating all those chances. Yeah, you should be converting a lot more of them, really. Maybe going to next season, but how do you feel with that?
It's one of those days sometimes, like, you know, with Mo's chance in the first few minutes, it hits both posts on another day, right?
Yeah,
it goes in, that one, and the games are out. So, you know, we can moan it and we can bitch about things, but I don't think we can complain too much. We totally dominated the game. We should have scored way more than we did. I would say next season we probably do need a striker to support Mo.
Yeah.
One that can put the ball in the net. I don't think Diaz works up top, and Cody really, for the last, since he got injured, just hasn't been very good on the left. So it'd be nice to leave Diaz out on the left for now, but then if we can get a real good striker, it would be great. It'd be really great. So overall, though, second half, there was some really good performances in there, really good. I think Konate was a bit poor. Tsimikas maybe a few times, but Konate was a bit poor. But otherwise, can't complain. Look at that. Look at those numbers. 28 shots, 2.62. We should have scored way more. It's one of those days. I think we're going through a lull at the moment. I think Sai Brundish said as well that their keeper had his highest shots XG or whatever it's called, non-XG. I don't know what it's called, but he had his best shot stats today of all days. Like literally all of those shots go in. He doesn't save any of them normally. And then you saw with the Trent shot, he should have saved it. That's what he's normally doing. So he literally got away with loads today. And to be fair, Mo should have done better at the start. Mo should have done better with a few. Diaz should have scored. We should have had quite a few. Some passes we should have made in the box instead of shooting with block shots. Loads going on there. But we needed to get the 3 points because next weekend is the big one. We really want to win that title at Anfield. I was so glad Arsenal won because I really want it to happen in front of all those fans that have got a ticket, and all those fans that are going to be there. I really wanted it to happen there. So that there's 2 sets of fans that feel like it. So sets of fans that win it next week, the sets of fans that are there at the end of the season for the trophy lift. I just wanted as many fans to be able to witness that as possible. So it's great. You know, it's awesome. Honestly, just great to win. I've got no complaints. I think we should maybe talk a little bit about the guy that scored. I don't think this show's going to be very long, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Unless you have some talking points before we get to the big talking point. But let's talk about apart from that talking point, any other talking points?
No injuries, main one. As I said on the watch long, it was just mainly that point, really, mate. I get where certain Liverpool fans out there might be questioning certain aspects, but as I said, we're winning the league, guys, and chat Reds out there. We're winning the league. We're on the, and for the next couple of weeks, as you said, next week it's going to be a very jubilant. Hopefully, the start of the weeks commencing and concluding to this season. It's going to be a celebration and a celebration of this great team, mate, because it is. Absolutely phenomenal football this side has played on a week-to-week basis, and it just goes to show that as we've dominated tonight, this evening as well, but going into next season, there's always still room to improve in certain aspects of Liverpool's game, and that's only going to bode well for Liverpool going into next season, mate. But yeah, just my main message tonight, mate, in my analysis is just being proud of this Liverpool team. We're supporting a side that is putting us in these type of positions to be in with the back end of the season of winning league titles, because there's generations, especially younger generation, I'm touching 30 this season, but I've only seen Liverpool hopefully this season get it over the line and win 2 league titles. But it's not just only, it's caveated with the great years under Jurgen Klopp as well. But yeah, it's what a time to be a Reds, and we're not going to be letting up anytime soon in the league for me.
No, and like 79 points, 13 points clear. If Arsenal lose also to Palace, it's over, by the way.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, they've got a game because they've Palace are playing in the cup next weekend, so I don't think they're playing next weekend, so it's pulled forward. So Arsenal play, I think even if they draw, what happens? It becomes what? If they draw, it's what, 67, it's 12 points with 5 games. We still need they're pretty much if it's almost done. Like, we just need to draw then. If they draw, we just need to draw. But if they lose, it's already over. If they win, we need to win. So I would want to win it with a goal. Like, I want someone to score.
Who would you want to score that goal in chat next week?
If Joe Gomez was fit, I'd want Joe Gomez to score it, but he's not fit. So Trent's got his moment. Mo's not scored in open play for a while. So it'd be nice for Mo to get a hat trick or something on the day. Maybe a hat trick of assists so he beats Henry's record would be good. Something like that. But anybody, to be honest, everybody deserves the plaudits. But if Curtis scored, it's a Scouser to score, and one that's probably staying. That would be good. That would be good. But yeah, look at the table, guys. Like, there's nothing to complain about, honestly. There is nothing to complain about. Not the performance, not the game, not people that are leaving or who's staying. Like, nothing to complain about. You're winning a league title. I don't want to hear it. I've literally just threatened a few people in our Discord. Like, you keep swearing at players that are still Reds, right? I'm going to kick you out the server because, hey, I control that server. I can be a dictator in that server if I want to. So there's no need, absolutely no need to be rude. You're letting it be negative. You're making it negative. You are part of the problem. You are going to watch someone parade if they're leaving. Let's say if they're leaving. You're going to watch them on the parade, lifting that trophy, biting their medal, loving it.
Yeah.
And you're going to be making it negative, crying about it. Where's the sense? Where's the sense instead of enjoying it?
Enjoy it. And
let people decide what they want to do with their lives.
100%. It's it can't get any better. We craved even before obviously Jurgen Klopp coming. We fretted for many years of being in the wilderness in title races and all that. Used to be once every 5 years, and we come maybe 20 points closer to the league, to United or whoever it was. But United can sod their 20 times song as well, because we're winning it 20 times, and we're certainly going to be winning it more than 20 times in the next couple of seasons. We're going nowhere with Arne Slot, and we're going to do really well, mate. But yeah, these lads, every single one of these players deserves the love and admiration. We'll analyse their performances, every Liverpool fan does. But when it comes to the end of May, when they're celebrating with that trophy, we'll get behind them. That's the one thing about Liverpool fans, as all of us. We'll get behind them. And if they do leave in the summer, then sounds. But let's celebrate their performances, their achievements this season. And when we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it in at the end of the season. But for now, back the lads, and we love them to bits, every single one of them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even what they've done in the past, if they've won everything for us, then we should be respecting that. And I know people say it's not respecting us, but everyone's got a choice, man. So you never know. It might turn around and they stay. Then you're going to look like an idiot as well.
That
So
fellow
then
with the shirt, he'll have to go to get another
Well,
one.
no, people are going to have to write letters with their tears, right? And just say sorry or something. Apologetic letters with your tears. But Sai, don't want to see the players in casual clothes around the screen celebrating title win again. Should win on the pitch, celebrate with supporters. 100%. That's what we should be focusing on. Watching the Reds win a league title with the supporters. If it doesn't mean anything to you, then I don't know what to say to you.
What's the
because let me tell you, been around 40 years, and I've seen it only as a kid. So as an adult, this is the first time we're going to be seeing this. Enjoy it, man. Absolutely enjoy it. Even the 1-0 wins. Liverpool probably played shit in all those 1-0 wins in the past when they won the titles. No one thinks about it or remembers those now, mates. It's done. It's history. You won the league. That's what you remember. You remember the joy, all the praise, all of the celebrations. That's what you're going to remember. So moving straight to the player we're talking about mostly, Trent. What a great moment that was. Because there were people in Discord calling him a rat, right? There were people calling him names, right? And I was like, stop being so silly. He's playing on the pitch with the shirt on. Support him. And guess what the traveling cop did? They sang his name.
Yeah.
So I hate to say real supporters and false supporters and all this, but because I believe everyone from everywhere is a real supporter. But they're supporting. And they should be lauded for supporting. And if you're going around just calling him a rat for no reason at the moment, you've got your reasons, fine, but he's a Red right now. There's a title to win.
Yeah.
You're causing a divide. You're causing the problem. You're being the problem. You're being negative. If you want to be negative when he leaves, fine. No one's going to say anything because he's not a Red anymore. But whilst he's a Red, zip it, man. Be part of the solution to win. Be part of the team. Be part of the family, the culture. Got to win it. Got to be a team. Everyone on and off the pitch. None of this nonsense. Stop it.
I said to you before we come on air, mate, I think me and you are very different in terms of where we do think he will lie. My deluded brain still thinks he's staying. I'd like him to stay because I think in moments today,
we all want him to stay.
Yeah, I think having Trent in your team makes winning games of football that bit more easier from a creativity point of view as well. But that's the big question there, Jav, for all of us. Yeah. So I think
you think he will.
I think he will. It's just mainly due to the fact that obviously celebration, and everyone's analysed that over the last couple of months, what that meant. There's probably been PowerPoint presentations and some mad 2-hour dissertations on Trent celebration already this season. Of the context of that celebration, what it meant.
What today's celebration?
That's just pure passion.
Well, today they sang his name. He probably didn't expect it. He's expecting to be ripped to shreds coming onto that pitch. He's probably shitting himself. Let me be honest. He's a human being at the end of the day. He's human. Just like every single one of us. He's still the same. Elevated, yes, because he's playing for a big football club and he's idolized. Still human, though. Still got mental health. And reading all the stuff, rat this, rat, that's not going to help. Is it? Not going to be good for someone, is it? Like, just don't get it. So, and then All of a sudden, he comes on. The fans are singing his name. He scores. What did you think was going to happen? He was going to go and give them the respect they gave him. He went and celebrated like he'd won the league. Like that was the goal that won us the league.
Yeah.
Took the shirt off, took the booking, didn't care, and was with the fans as it should be.
Because he is a fan as well. He's a fan.
He's giving it everything. He's giving it everything. So, guys, I'm gonna get so much shit for this opinion, but I don't care because it's my opinion and I'm standing by it. And if it's weird and it's different to yours, doesn't matter. That's what I feel. I just don't want. We've caused enough negativity in football. There's enough negativity online. Why are you being part of it? Support the team. Support the players whilst they are Reds. When they're not, do whatever you want. Because I'm not going to be interested in it at that point. Because that's done from my perspective. Yeah, the fans were also singing Arna's slot song at Ahmed at the end. And it's beautiful. Because he deserves it as well. They all do. Every single player deserves it. So everyone in the staff deserves it. Even ex-Everton players. Heitinger.
At least they'll get a medal. So, there you go. It's either.
Yeah, I don't think, by the way, to finish the question from Jab, I don't think he's staying. I don't.
Yeah.
But I do wish he stays. I do hope he stays. You know, like Burton Jav. I do hope he stays. But is he staying? I don't think so, because he would have said it when he got asked in the interview today. So, point is though, still wearing the red, still scoring the goals, still in the game. So, and you know, we're gonna need a new right back next season, because I didn't think Bradley first half.
Mavazivi had him on strings at Bowman's, didn't he?
Yeah, he was really off, you know. So yeah, I think we're gonna need someone to compete with him, or at least first teamer to come in, and then we'll see. But he's good, but yeah, there's some weaknesses there for sure.
I think it usually takes him a couple of weeks, really, doesn't it, to really get him to get back up to full fitness, as we see with a couple of Leeds players this season. But yeah, that's
Trevor Smith. Trent owes us nothing. What great memories he's given us over the years. Yeah, he's given us great memories.
And he loves that stadium as well, though, Gags, doesn't he? Like
he did that the other time last time we won it. It was Boxing Day then, 4-0. He scored a beauty then as well. That was
like, they're fans with the songs they sing. Awful, some of them absolutely awful. Might not be as, but he reacts in the right way.
Sorry, Andres is making me laugh.
The mannequin.
He was awful today.
He didn't have the best of games, did he?
No, he was awful. I know. Oh my god, mad.
We need a number 9, man. We need a number 9. Yeah.
Trent is going, and we will thank him for winning the Champions League, Premier League, and Cups. Can't ask for any more. Absolutely, mate. Honestly, great servant. Was there since he's 14, 13? I don't know. It's 12, 13 years. If people want to try something new, it's okay, man. Like, honestly, it's okay. Why is it bad? Don't understand. Why?
It's the thing, like in any walk of life as well, especially football, mate. Like as scousers, like many scouts people out there don't get many opportunities, but when they do come around, like Trent, and any form of, whether that be creativity, any form, we love it. We're grateful for the opportunity, and we work hard. And if, like what we used to say, like if you do become like successful as an actor, a footballer, whoever, it's like you can't step outside of Liverpool and then continue to do your own craft. I think Trent, he's won 2 league titles this season. If he is to go, then sound. Of course, we'll be disappointed. I'll be disappointed, but that doesn't mean that I'll stop supporting him. He's a scouser, and if he's going to be successful for Real Madrid or whoever that is post his career, I'll still be watching with a hoping and wishing him well. I know certain fans might be like, "What are you chatting?" But as Scousers, we stick together. And as a Liverpool family, it doesn't matter if you're Scouse. Every Liverpool fan, this is what Liverpool's all about. Trent's gone about it the right way this season. He's not commented on Like if he is to go and the end of the season, he says, yeah, and sounds. He's not lied to us. He's just said every single interview, like he was today after the post match. He said exactly what he said 12 months ago. I'm not going to comment and play out my contract in the front of house, really, to the world. That's he said I'll deal with it, but yeah, special. And he'll go down Liverpool legends as one of the greatest right backs that's played for Liverpool, and he'll be remembered. Yeah, so
I'm in the Premier League. I think that's the thing. Like people are saying if he leaves, he's not a legend. Like Grizz and stuff on the chat GNG. I was like, what are you on about?
Yeah, for me, he's a legend. So.
What are you on about? Yeah. Like, come on, how can you not say he's not a Liverpool legend? Just because he's left.
The corner taken quickly. That would be still remembered.
Ever. I mean, someone's trying to erase it on Twitter. It was a funny tweet, but it was tongue in cheek. It's not real, you know. And so at the end of the day, you can't erase these things. They're going to be there. All those moments, he's part of all of those. Just because they leave, you know. I know you can say there's a right way to leave and a wrong way to leave. Fine, that's a good opinion. But swearing and abusing and all these names, just why?
It's easy when people are behind keyboards and that, and if he said it, he'd never say it to him in his face. Yeah, I'll tell you that now. So
yeah, you're saying Origi's a legend, but Trent's way more of a legend than Origi will be. He is a legend, Origi is, but Trent's way more. Even if he left, it'd be a
Origi cult hero. Origi,
yeah,
I think, yeah.
You know, it's like Garcia, cult hero.
Yeah,
you know? Goes down as a legend because he won the Champions League. But anyway, great finish, great goal, 1-0. Apart from that, what is there else that you guys want us to talk about in the chat, guys? Because I don't think there's much to really cover. It was a lot of chances. We missed a lot of chances. Konate was a bit wonky at times, Tsimikas as well, Bradley as well, but we didn't concede too much in terms of chances. It annoys me a little bit when we score and then kind of just hold on and don't want to attack. And you know, Salah at the end was there like, pass it to me, I want to score, and they were just like going round and back and back to the keeper and then back round. It's like Salah was like, oh man, I've got a record to get, lads.
Especially when he's put them on a place as well. He's hitting the post and all that. But
oh my god,
it's there's certainly scope for improvement, mate, and we all know that. Going to the back end of the season, certainly, as we said last week when we spoke about it, if we can win next week, then that's when I think Arne, he won't just stop like his tactical. I think he'll start experimenting for next season as well at the back end of this year. There's still games to play. That's the type of brain that he is. And you only have to listen or watch him in interviews, and he'll be thinking already about the 1st of August or whenever the game next season does get underway, and 12th of August, and we'll be or Everton will be geared towards that, and it'll probably obviously Richard Hughes and all the lads will be already hopefully put a bit more focus on theirs, mate. But maybe one thing that was a couple of people said in the watch long as well, though, Gags, probably the final closing point tonight was obviously the creativity. We spoke about obviously Liverpool's great chances tonight, but I think in terms of you've mentioned this a couple of times on the Gags Tandon show when I spoke to you, mate, is that 10 role, number 10. I think it's an important role for next season. I don't know how you felt on not just the ball side, but in terms of that area of the pitch, in terms of first half as well.
At the moment, I think we're focusing on Szoboszlai just being the workhorse in that 10 spot. It would be nice to have a workhorse that maybe can create a little too, and I think that's where Dom doesn't do it. I think if Max switches with him and goes there, you know, but I'd rather have a proper 6 then, so Mac doesn't have to sit, you know, with Grav to help him out, because that's what he's doing. But if you can have a proper, you know, like a Baleba type player sitting at the back, then you can switch between Maka and Dom, and maybe Mac can go up because Mac's very creative, great passing on him. Can you know, maybe does a bit more for us. But yeah, I mean, if you want a real flair type 10, you might then not have the workhorse type. So there's a bit of a conundrum there in terms of what you want to do. I think Slot's gone with this because he needs to have the hard work. You know,
Yeah.
needs to have the effort in there to win the games. That's what we up to Christmas. You know, I think we'd won every single game with the sprints, every single one. And then since Christmas, it's not been. It's been a real. We'd only won 3. Maybe we won it today, but maybe not. But it'd only been 3 or 4 since Christmas, and that must have been what 20 games now.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah.
So going from everything to that percentage is huge difference, right? It's a massive difference. So when you think of it like that, something needs to happen. As in, he needs to have a little bit more. He needs to have more depth that he can trust.
Yeah.
2 players, not just one. So Curtis is one. Needs to have another one that can come on and play in those positions with them and rotate so that it's fresh. Doesn't feel fresh right now, unless Curtis comes on. But Curtis obviously rested today because he played the last one, and Dom got the chance, and Dom did well. He played well in the second half, especially. Dom was excellent.
Keisa, again, another name. I think he's gone, Chaz, hasn't he? He wasn't even on the bench. Yeah, he's gone. Elliot, again, like we said on many of occasions this season, everyone, when we spoke about, when we've all analysed Elliot, again, 20 minutes, 15 minute spell, again. But Julian Alvarez would be nice, but not quite
he'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
As a 9, he'd be fantastic. He'd probably do a lot of the hard work from that position, like a Bobby type. You know,
McAllister knows him well as well, so doesn't really need to.
Best mate. So, but he's more of a finisher than Bobby, I'd say as well. Alvarez, like he's a real lethal player. Always liked him when he was at City. To be honest, I used to be worried when he'd play against us, but he didn't never play him.
He never Not too bad of a bench player, does it? So.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't never play him, but I think him playing for us and scoring against City and beating City would be nice. Be a nice way to do it. But yeah, he'd be a good player. Osimhen, is it? I like him as well. He'd be good if we could get him in. That would be a good 9 to have. Loads of pace. I don't know if is Alvarez pacey. One of the things.
Yeah, it's same speed as I'd say about Jota, a bit similar.
Yeah, I'd want someone pacier than that. I think Victor is pacier. He's like lightning. So having that in behind, that puts a bit of fear in defenders, you know. Like they know that they're gonna have to be in a bit of a challenge. Someone who can go for a header, can go in behind you, has got the skill to hold it up, has got the skill to shoot, dribble past you, all those things. It'd be nice to have a forward that could do everything, right? Yeah. They're hard to come by, but I think he's in a good spot to get. Like you could get him for like 50 to 60 million pounds, I think, something like that, which is pretty good. If you're getting rid of Darwin for that amount, it'd be a great way to swap it, and that's one position done without even touching any money. You know, that would be great.
We are minted, Gags. We are minted as a football club.
Yeah, we are minted, but we know what we're like.
Yeah, spend the money. The Gremlins. I know the cameras, Gremlins. Come on, switch on. But yeah,
fine here.
Yeah, no, just kind of flickers off there, mate. But yeah, that's the thing. It's it's going to be good to look forward to the next season, mate. We said that, but yeah, again, this is Ali practically had nothing to do. It was interesting. Maybe Costas looks like Arne has given him an opportunity for the next couple of weeks, really, for Costas to like. Right, I think he's not put him in the shop window, but he said to Costas the last couple of weeks to give him the opportunity to say, right, lad, I'm giving you a good run of games here. Show me exactly what you're about. He had an alright game, couple of good crosses into the box, Costas. But I think it's easier when you're playing that caliber of an opposition. Very different if you are coming up into Paris Saint-Germain, a City when they're in form, and obviously Arsenal and that. But you can only do what he's in front of him. But strong basis going into next season, mate. But still a lot of areas to improve.
My God, as league, it's probably like as league champions, this is like crazy how much we can improve as a team. And it must be scary for the rest of the league as well. Like we keep the nucleus of the team. So you're going to keep the Mo's and the Verges and the whole midfield in terms of, well, maybe not Endo, but if we could keep Elliot, it would be nice, to be honest. But if he's not going to trust him, though, is it worth it, dude? Like,
it's not really. I think you could probably, you can get 40, 50 million for him, couldn't you? Like easy. Because what we don't value, another football club out there will value, like a Brighton, like a Fulham. He'll go straight into a starting 11 in the Premier League. Easy.
Easy. That's what I mean. So I think there's a lot of money there that we could go and buy a midfielder for and bring them in, and then you've got strengthened in midfield with players that actually the manager is going to play. There's Chiesa as well, probably go for another 10 to 12 million as well, just
and
what
the
you paid
wages
for him.
as well.
Yeah, big wages. So I would keep Diaz for now and get rid of him next summer when he's got 1 year left. I think he's got 2 left now, right? So
2 years left.
when he's got 1 year left, get rid of him then. Just there's too much to do otherwise. But Darwin, Elliot, maybe Jota could go instead.
I think, it
Or
was
would you
50,
keep Jota and let Diaz go?
I think like you, mate, with Jota, and even me, when we've done the shows this season, it's always the added saying when everyone analyses Jota, if he's fit, sound, there's no question about it. But I think the one thing that Liverpool in certain moments for the next couple of seasons, if we want to be a consistent force in the Premier League and in Europe as well, we need strength in all areas, as we've said. But I think Jota, if you can get a £50 million bid or 60 for a 28-year-old,
no, we won't.
If Jota was 24,
it'll be about 30.
40,
but it's fine because we only bought him for 40, so
we'll make our money back like we did with Sadio Mane as well. So
yeah, absolutely. I think there's money to be made. One of Gomez or Kwanzaa will go. Most likely Gomez will go. Keep Kwanzaa. If we get that, how do you say his name? The Bournemouth defender.
Huijsen, I think.
Huijsen. If we get Huijsen in, then it's reminding me of Duck.
Yeah. Don't make me hungry anyway.
No, man. This is Chinese food. Yeah. So I want to wrap now. Yeah.
There we go. No, he's a good centre half anyway. 50 odd million. I think 50 million
for him, and if you get 20 odd for Gomez, it's not a bad investment, right? No. We need a couple of fullbacks though, bud, which is going to cost us money.
Yeah,
because the Trent's not getting us any money, so that's where it's going to hurt the most for the club.
It's how we play with those fullbacks as well, though, next season, mate. Yeah. Are we going to be a bit more creativity down the left? Is it going to be down the right? But I think there was a camera shot today of Robbo and Trent on the bench. It's sad. It is sad because those two lads have been the two best fullbacks in Europe for the last 4-5 years.
It's not sad, dude. Everything has a shelf
Everything
life.
comes to an end.
Yeah, it's not sad. So, it's just the way of life. We need to start accepting stuff.
On.
Parde's on the way home. He's listening. One more win. He's on his way home from Leicester. Well done, Parge, for singing Trent's name for sure. We love that. So yeah, I think things that's the way it always ends. I think I'm getting older now. And I guess you guys, it's harder for the youngsters to let
I'm catching up still.
You'll never catch up, will you? I'll always be much older, dude. So I think the thing is we just have to accept that it's time to get new players in.
Yeah.
So it looks like 3 defenders is going to have to be the way, right? With replacing Gomez, maybe, or Kwanzaa, whichever way we can deal with it. I think keep the younger one is better, the more durable one for now.
Yeah.
Huijsen to come in, and then a couple of fullbacks. So you got 3 there, 1 midfielder, and I think a striker and a winger.
But as you said before, that we've got a great core. So it's not like we're turfing out like a couple of the main players. These are fringe players in certain aspects as well, mate, isn't it? But if we can get a couple of those big centre, because Huijsen, he's an established Premier League centre half. He's playing week in, week out. If he was to come to Liverpool, I think he'd do really well. I think his performance levels might improve, and obviously we haven't mentioned Ibu's contract situation.
Yeah, he might have to be sold.
So, he might need to get sold. So there's on the face,
a lot of work to do, dude.
It might look like that, mate, but I think like the calmness from Slot. This season doesn't look like a man that will ever panic. He hasn't panicked at all this season.
I know. I think he's not one to complain, though. The only problem I would be absolutely livid if we leave ourselves short again come start of next season, mate. I promise you. I'll be livid. That's the bit where I do get negative is with the owners if they don't put the money in this time to buy players. Like if we need 2 centre backs, go and get 2 centre backs. If we need fullbacks. Go get the fullbacks. If we need extra midfielders, go get the midfielders. If we're selling 2 forwards and you bring 2 forwards in, 1 striker, 1 winger, bring them in. Like, it has to be done. It cannot be wasted. If we're selling Elliott and Endo, replace them. We should not be on a deficit this year. The squad should not get smaller. It should at least stay the same size, because it's fine if it stays the same size, as long as he's going to trust the players that come in, because he's not trusting the Endos and the Elliots and the Chiesas. You know, and to be honest, if we sold an extra in Chiesa, it wouldn't make a big deal because he's not played. So it's not a problem. But Darwin, Jota have had a considerable amount of minutes this season.
Yeah.
And therefore, we have to replace that. You know, we can't just say we can't have 2 players there. That's where our strength has been, having 5 forwards.
Yeah.
You know, that's where everyone's been like, yeah, their team is amazing because they're going to score goals no matter what. Someone's going to put something in somewhere. You know, and we do.
We've done well in the Premier League, haven't we, mate? Interestingly. But if we want to be doing a bit much better in the Champions League, like maybe there will be a season, hopefully next season, where we're in this exact same position in the league. But I think in terms of having that a bit more rotation, I think that Paris Saint-Germain second leg proved exactly where Liverpool's deficiencies did lie in certain elements of like the squad depth and everything, because you'd had Zaire Emery, you'd had obviously Carlo Ramos coming on for Paris Saint-Germain in that second half of extra time, and he absolutely battered us. We were clinging on for dear life for the latter stages for large spells in that second leg. Should have finished our chances, but as we know, if we're not finishing our chances next season, then we're but Salah's been extremely not lucky because he's in the gym every single week, every night, and that. Van Dijk, but if you're missing a couple of their key players, I look and analyse the squad and certain elements and areas, I still think we still need to be bringing in a couple more higher profile, with a bit more leadership into the group as well.
75 goals scored with 5 games to go. Next best is City with 64. 64, dude. So. I mean, at the end of the day,
Salah scored half of them, or
28,
like contributed.
28 of the 75 is Salah. Yeah, it's fair enough. But I like I said, I still think that's where if we sell a couple of strikers, we should bring some in, because that number will go up next year. I promise you. If we bring 2 solid players in, say we bought an Osimhen and an Alvarez, and I know that's very unlikely, and so you know you can tell me off for being silly, but. Just say you bought both of them, because Alvarez can play probably from the left as well.
Yeah.
And as a 10 as well, probably. But if you bought them 2 in, we'll be scoring shitloads.
Yeah.
With Diaz and Gakpo as well. Like, it'd be nuts. Everybody would be like, well, just give him the title. Literally, if we bought a better defender, we bought a couple of fullbacks, and we bought a midfielder as well, everybody would be like, what's going on? Point? Yeah, what's the point? Like, they were brilliant last year. Now they're going to do it with this. This is going to be insane. And I would be confident to say, let's go win it again. You know, even if City, I've got a feeling Guardiola just, you know, is coming towards the end of his.
I think they're finished for a couple of years, miss.
I think they're coming to the end of their time.
So we've just got to be there and get it over the line, mate. It's because you look at Diaz, 15 goals. I think he's done better than probably one of his best outlays in front of goal and creativity wise. Gakpo has done well. I still think there's levels to Gakpo's game, but I think with Gakpo's the way in which people analyze his game, I do think we are again this season, as you've just said with those goals, mate. We're playing without a recognised number 9, and that's what's mad. We're in the position now where we are, but as you said, you can bring in another 2 extra players. I know we've got Jota, but Jota's been just so hit and miss this season. A player of his ability should be at least getting 15, 20 goals minimum in the Premier League. And that's even with his injuries that he has sustained this season. His levels have been extremely poor. And we're just... Diaz, the last 10 games, he's been one of the main players that has really drove this Liverpool side on, especially when Salah's gone through a little bit of a difficult patch. But Salah's difficult patch is probably better than Eden Hazard's prime career in the in the Premier League. So there are many of the wingers in the Prem. So yeah, it's there's scope to improve, but
Agreed.
yeah, everyone wants to be in our position as a football club in the league.
And defensively, we have given away so many goals. I reckon 15 of those 31 at least have been our own fault. Imagine if we could tighten up on just stop making stupid mistakes. Liverpool FC, if you just the defense would have been all-time levels.
Was it Canate last week where he was just messing about with it in the penalty box? But
Robbo's been giving about 10 goals or something.
He's had a
Van
big
Dijk's giving a few away for sure.
Yeah. So I tell you, hopefully we are in for a very good season next season, mate. But yeah, what a time to be a Red. We'll celebrate it. If you're coming to Anfield or Liverpool over the next couple of weeks, enjoy it. And come what the end of May, there's going to be one of the biggest celebrations in the whole of Europe on Merseyside. So yeah, it's going to be great.
Oh well, it's a bank holiday, so I think everyone's going to be there. I'm going to be there the day before, and then I'll watch that on the at home. I'm going to definitely do that because I enjoy I've been to the parades before, and it's fun, but it's like 2 minutes you get to see them, and then they're gone.
Yeah,
and then it's a nightmare to get home. So I'm going to try and watch it on TV, so that should be fun. Or on my laptop or whichever way, but I'll be there for the final game and have some fun that way.
You'll celebrate it in the ground. You'll have the best seat in the house.
Exactly. That's where I want to celebrate it that day. Maybe stay behind with some friends and go have a nice meal somewhere, and that would be a nice way to celebrate with some of the Reds, which would be good. Maybe we should arrange something like that, but we'll see. But Jack, that's everything from me. We managed to drag this out to just over 40 minutes somehow. There's getting less and less to talk about. Hopefully next week we're celebrating. We've had it
good, mate. We've all had it good. We've only lost twice in the league. Maybe let's hope there's never those seasons in the future. But long may that continue, mate.
Yeah,
long that may. The less we've got. Obviously, we want to speak about stuff, but Liverpool are playing well. We're winning games. We've never had it as easy as we had this season. But it's not easy. It's hard work, hard graft from the lads and everyone. But thank you for everyone that's tuned in, mate. And thank you, Gags, for having me on tonight, mate. Much appreciated. And Reds, enjoy your evening, everyone.
Yeah. No, thank you, Jack, for all the hard work you're putting in, and everybody else on YouTube and on the podcast. We really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying all the content. Please do like, subscribe, everything. And it seems to be growing really nicely. So we want to thank you as well for supporting us, being here with us. We're going to win the league. It's going to be better. There's going to be so much to talk about this summer as well. So if you think it's good now, imagine how good it's going to be when we start to sign all these players, because I am actually confident this summer we're going to sign some players. And I think Edwards and Hughes, they're going to have to make a name for themselves, and they're going to want to make a name for themselves and really just put all this nonsense and negativity behind them from this season and really give Slot players and see what he can do when he's got a squad. Because imagine just going on.
We're only getting started.
Oh my God, we're just getting started. Right. We're getting exciting now. We're into the last final stretch. It could be Wednesday, but it could be Sunday. So 2 more days to wait for, but it could be either one. Let's hope it's Sunday. Let's hope Arsenal win, and let's hope it's, or at least draw. So we can draw or win on Sunday. But either way, I want it to be done by us scoring a goal, by us winning a game, by us doing something, and those fans feeling like we won something in that stadium. Finally, especially this trophy. It's been a long time coming. So try and have a great week. Try and have a great Easter Monday for those of you that are off in the UK, and those of you that are working everywhere else in the world. If you're not off, I feel for you. But have a great Easter Monday, and we shall see you. I'll see you probably Friday. We chat G&G, and I don't know when you next on.
Watch along, mate.
Watch along on Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday.
Yeah. Are you going to do a hate one for Arsenal or no?
Maybe I might very unplanned one. You might see a stream appear, and it just be
It's not like they're a sweat out, is it?
It'd just be me of 10 minutes into the live. Yeah, in a bit, lads.
Yeah, see you later. Right. Well, try and have a great break, everybody that's off, and otherwise we'll see you next week. Up the Reds, and happy Easter.